One thing I do hope for is that they actually make a bigger version of this mouse, just because I think a bigger Maya could compete against the Superlight or the Viper V3 Pro when that arrives. You're welcome guys. This is the fnatic LAMZU Maya X and the standard Maya. Now my prayers have been answered. Is it as good as I thought it would be? The Maya has had an upgrade from the last time I looked at it, and obviously we have the newer, bigger, girthier, chunkier, wider and swole version, the Maya X. And I'm incredibly excited to talk about this one. There's going to be a few bold claims about this, and there's actually one feature that's coming to the fnatic Maya X, but not the Maya. The LAMZU and fnatic partnership has been used before with the Thorn. It's a mutually beneficial partnership. It provides LAMZU with a bit of authenticity, especially when some people still don't know the brand name, and partnering with one of the biggest esports teams in the world provides them with a little bit more outreach. fnatic benefit from not having to make their own gaming mice anymore. But the most important thing is, what is the consumer benefit of this collaboration? Well, with the Thorn it was the colour orange and a 4000Hz dongle being included. With the Maya it's the colour orange and an 8000Hz dongles being included. But wait, there is more, as the switches have been changed. The original Maya had a fine choice of switch, mechanical Huano blue shell pink dot switches. They also moved to this mechanical switch from Ratio optical switches, which featured on the Thorn. At the time a brilliant move, as Ratio switches just make great mice feel really cheap, and is a massive downside to the Thorn. Also, they sound awful. The fnatic Maya is used in opticals again, but now is using the coolest, crispiest and best feeling optical switches that are available today on opticals. Out of all of the optical switches I've tried so far, these are the best. They don't sound obnoxious, they feel crisp and high quality as well, so these switches will match a high quality product. Another upgrade to the Maya is the 3950 sensor and 8000Hz polling being included. This is probably the least interesting thing about gaming mice now, mainly because sensor performance peaked ages ago, but it features big numbers for those that swear that they can notice the difference. For me, the most interesting thing about this mouse is the shape, specifically the Maya X. I already reviewed the Maya last year. Back then I really felt like if a bigger version was made, it would be a fantastic mouse. The size increase of the Maya X moves it in line with some of the big hitters in gaming mice, like the Superlight, Viper V3 or V2 Pro, and the WARHURYEAH XC, to name a few. And I feel like it's an amalgamation of all of them. It addresses a key criticism about the Superlight, which is the hump that can really dig into your palm. It also removes a personal annoyance that I had with the WARHURYEAH XC, with the hump flaring out too much on the side, and the Viper V3 Pro, which had more narrow sides, making it a more claw grip focused shape. So it feels like it's taken some of the popular mice and addressed all of their flaws whilst keeping the shape suitable for all grip types. It's surprisingly comfortable, and it's able to achieve that without getting too close and personal to your hand. I have a bit of a strange grip type, mainly down to using new mice every few weeks. I end up using a fingertip, claw and palm grip at the same time. Despite that, holding the Maya X has been incredibly comfortable. My hand just sits on top of it, similar to how I held the Viper V2 Pro, but there's a bit more added comfort as the coating on the Maya X isn't like sandpaper. There's also sidewalls which provide plenty of room for my ring and pinky finger. When I'm cycling between various grip types, it still remains incredibly comfortable to hold. I've done nothing but play Deadlock and Path of Exile for the past week or two with this mouse. I'm not going to reveal my playtime because many people will be concerned about my mental well-being. Anyway, when I grind this much, I sometimes end up getting a minor bit of discomfort on my hand somewhere, but with the Maya X I've had nothing, and its weight is probably a massive help, as it's like 47 grams for a mouse this size with no holes in. I often recommend the Superlight because its shape will fit the majority of people. If someone doesn't know exactly what shape they prefer, go for the Superlight, be pleased. This might be a bold claim, but I think the Maya X is now the king of shapes. This will please the majority of users with its design, and to say it exceeded my expectations is an understatement. I have loved using this mouse. Physically, I feel like this mouse is perfect. The coating, side buttons and scroll wheel are just amazing. I have no complaints anywhere, and I feel like I've been playing really well with it. But calling something perfect is hard, because another mouse I think is perfect is the Viper V3 Pro, which has an advantage of, I can't believe I'm going to say this, software features that provide some extra functionality to it. the polling rate switching when in or out of game, therefore saving battery. The sensor rotation feature they added as well is all pretty neat, and well, the software for the Maya X is garbage. I believe a web version is coming soon. One important thing to note though, the standard size Maya, even the fnatic version of it, won't have web-based software. It's only available on the Maya X. Apparently it's a hardware thing. The application is terrible. I mean, just look at the state of it. I really hope the web version is better than this. I really think that the fnatic Maya is physically on the same level as the Viper V3 Pro, if not better, as the Omron optical switches feel far better than Razer's opticals, and the Maya X shape also has an advantage of being a bit more universally friendly. It even has a DPI button on the underside, like the Viper V3 Pro has, which is preferred by Zekken. His influence really knows no boundaries. The Viper V3 Pro is the pinnacle of gaming mice at the moment, but the fnatic LAMZU Maya X does present itself surprisingly as a competitor. And what makes this a great option as well is the price. These both cost around $120. For that, you get a big, for the Maya X at least, lightweight mouse with no holes on top. It has incredible build quality, high performance internals with the best optical switches available, and a shape that can be used by almost everyone. Without a doubt, the fnatic LAMZU Maya and Maya X are contenders for the best mice of the year and are possibly the best mice that you can buy today. But if you're wanting a review of another fantastic mouse, there is a video on screen now for you to watch.